You've entered the Houston Running Zone, the ultimate podcast for runners in the Houston area, featuring the everyday runners who inspire us, clubs, gear, races, and runcations. Houston, we've got the runs.
All right, today in the zone, I have a Boston Marathon qualifier. She's the ambassador of Athletic Brewing. She is here to talk to us about run clubs, non-alcoholic beer, and of course, her upcoming Boston Marathon is Sylvia Morgese. Sylvia, welcome to the zone.
Hi. Thanks for having me. Yeah, definitely getting really pumped up for Boston. It's here in a little bit over 2 weeks now. So I'm excited about that and excited to be on the show for sure.
Terrific. Well, your Instagram handle, which I found, was athletic.syl. You explain the SYL?
That's my name, Phil. Yeah. Yeah. And I actually, I did make that account when I became an ambassador for Athletic Brewing, which, as you mentioned, or maybe you did, they're non-alcoholic beers, definitely promoting a athletic lifestyle. They're all, low calorie, crafted to remove gluten, great for, before and after working out. Really cool community. I've definitely gotten to know a lot of the other ambassadors and just the whole lifestyle component of the brand. Really smart what they're doing, kind of creating a community around the joy of drinking a beer without, the fog and hangovers that can come the next day. So,
well, that is pretty cool. I definitely want to let's talk about this first, because back in, I think it was 2018, there was a non-alcoholic beer that was offered at a race. It was Heineken 0.0. The problem was it was Heineken, so it's skunky. Some people like it. I'm not a big fan of it, but I love the concept of it. Full disclosure, I love craft beer, but at the same time, I can't have those at lunch or after a training run. After a race, it's on. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, same.
But how did you get involved in it? Did they contact you, or were they reaching out, or?
So I applied to become an ambassador a few months ago. And I got caught onto the beers just as I started training again. I think, during COVID and everything, when we got all the races kind of got canceled and all my training got canceled. I had qualified for Boston back in 2019. This will be my second time running it. And I was, gearing up for the race, and, it got canceled right pretty much just a few weeks before. I had my eyes peeled on the TV, just like waiting to see on the news, like, are they going to cancel it? They've never canceled it. 125 years, like oldest marathon. It's never been canceled. I'm like, there's no way, but once it got canceled, it was pretty much an entire year of no organized in-person races. And I think, my training definitely took a hit, was non-existent. We definitely just, started drinking a lot more, I think, just from not having, I think running for me is a very cyclical thing. I have my race season, I do my races, and then it's like I got my off season, and that's like my fun time. And, that's just been part of my life for as long as I can remember. And when races got completely removed, it was kind of like, oh man, I just don't have to train at all. I'm just going to, it just got turned into this, like, all right, why not? Work's over. Let's just have some drinks. And, once Boston got rescheduled, and it was like, okay, I'm going to run it now that it's rescheduled. My time from 2019 still qualifies, sign up. And I'm just like, man, I need to cut back on, I need to get my stuff together again here. And so I just started looking into options, to still have that social component. I feel like it was something that I got really used to, almost habitual, where it's like, okay, we're having drinks after work, we're going to happy hour. And I kind of just got hooked on these athletic beers because I was like, oh, wow, I can bring these out with friends, or I can have them, in the living room with my roommates, and we're all hanging out, but I don't have to feel like I'm drinking it all the time with, it helped with that transition into back into training mode, cutting back and really focusing on my workouts again. And, now I've gone from, having drinks after work a couple days a week to like, now I'll have the athletic beers during the week. And then on the weekends, I'll still go out with friends and everything, but it's definitely helped for me as far as like moderation and scaling back, and just having that community to really tap into, to help with my motivation. It's just been awesome. So
it's definitely a big social thing. I've noticed that people just feel comfortable with a drink in their hand, whether it's coffee, a beer, anything else like that. So they remove the alcohol and they also remove the gluten.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it is like, it's brewed with gluten, but the gluten component is removed from it. So it's not, if you have like a slight allergy or intolerance to gluten, if it won't have that kind of effect on you. So, so it is, I really enjoy, they have a golden wheat ale that I really like, called Upside On. And then the Run Wild IPA is one of my favorites. And they're kind of the, steadfast, like kind of the mainstays that they have. And then they've got all these other flavors and options that are coming out pretty regularly that you can order online, but they're at HEB and Total Wine and everything. And I just kind of created this account because I got I'm now an ambassador for it, which is awesome because I can submit a form if I'm going to be at a running club or at an event with, however many people, as long as I let them know what it is, who's going to be there, and why I think they would like the athletic beers, they'll send me the product. And then I can just come and, hand it out and explain what it is and why I like it, and, document the whole process. And that's why I made the account. Cause I was like, you know what, this would be great just for me to post about and to let people know, that I'm now doing this. So.
Wow. I wish I would have known you 4 years ago when I was social director of Bay Area Running Club. Oh, I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's really fun. So I know we were talking about the running community and running clubs and things like that. I definitely dabble in a lot of different running clubs around here just because, there's pretty much one every day of the week in the Houston area. And it's been really nice just kind of getting in touch with the directors of different run clubs and organizations and just being like, hey, I've got this awesome product that I'm an ambassador for, and I'd love to come and run with you guys and meet a few of you guys and just, bring some of the beers and see what you think and hand them out and just explain, what it is and why I'm there. And it's enabled me to just make so many connections and meet people, just through that kind of outlet. So that's been really cool too.
That's cool. Well, I'll give you some contacts. So there we go.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
So is your main running club the Striders then? And then you have like a lot of different running clubs? Okay.
Yeah. So I would say, I'm a member of the Striders, and I've actually, we signed up, my boyfriend and I signed up back in June. We've been doing the long runs with them out of Memorial Park on the weekends. And then they actually have a track workout and a hills workout that we do during the week, most weeks, in the evenings. And I will say that's something that I'm pretty excited for my race for Boston coming up, because I usually do train on my own. I've always just kind of gotten the miles in and I try to rack miles up. And then I'm like, okay, I got my long run in. And then during the week, I'll try to do like some tempos or things like that. But this has allowed me to get speed work in, which I honestly never do. I'm always just like, again, I'm just like, let me just rack the miles up. I'll just get out and do 8, and then I'll do 10, and then I'll do 5. And that's just always been my, I know it's not what you're supposed to be doing, but I just love to run. Right. So I just would run. And these track workouts have just been, kicking my butt, honestly. and I think like, I feel just going into, my taper and everything, I feel like I've got kind of a little bit more fitness than I'm like, I just feel a little bit more in shape just from doing that weekly track workout with the Striders, which again, pushes me to do stuff that I wouldn't be doing on my own, like the repeats. We got 800s, 400s, 200s, 400s, 800s, 1200s. I'm like, and everybody's fast. It's like, oh my gosh, I gotta push it because they're going to run another one. I can't bail. So that has just been so helpful in as far as motivation goes and just getting that hard work in. So
their community is awesome. I know have they gone back to their, I guess it was quarterly meetings every 3 months. Have they done that, or is it back yet?
Yeah, I know. They had a quarterly meeting. I'm not like on the board or anything, but yeah, it's super organized. I mean, it's just been awesome. All the workouts I've gone to, they do have like a board meeting, I think every quarter. And yeah, I mean, they're meeting in multiple places during the week and they have different groups that run at different levels. And even this track workout they have, when you get there, you kind of let them know what your pace is for a 5K. And then they'll put you in a speed group, based on, what your ability is. So it's not like everyone's just starting all at once. They are very organized, and the different group leaders have, timers and it's a great workout, and you meet so many people. And it was awesome because the day that I brought the athletic beers, to one of those workouts one time, and it was just awesome. I got to pass them out afterwards and just kind of get to know people that I had been running with every Tuesday night and had never really talked to before. So yeah, it was awesome. And I definitely think the Striders have been really helpful in my training, especially just as I mentioned earlier, getting back into things, when I had taken pretty much a whole year off. So
yeah. I love their community, and I miss going to their quarterly meetings just because they'd always meet at breweries too, like Eureka Heights and Heights. but things are coming back now. There's also a lot of I think it's FFP running clubs, which are like the Memorial Trail. Are you doing any of those? Because a lot of times people may be, even though it's whatever, $30 a year, but people may just want to dip their toes and check out a running club. What are some of the FFP or any free running clubs that you've attended?
So I've moved all around the area just since I've lived here for 5 years or so. And I used to live right in the Galleria area, and used to go to the West End Running Club, and that's at West Bar. Yeah. And I love that. That was the first FFP group that I went to. And it was awesome. I did the 10 runs and got the shirt, and, there's like the beer afterwards and get the food afterwards. And everybody's like, that was actually the first one I brought my boyfriend to. I was like, listen, it's free. There's free food, there's free drink. You get a shirt, it's awesome. And then, that was when he was like, okay, I can do this. I can run, 3 or 4 miles and I get a meal afterwards, I can do that,
Pizza, like pasta and salad at least.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah. And then now I live closer to Memorial Park, Washington area. So I have gone to the Memorial Trail Running Club a couple times. That's another FFP one. And they actually do run around the loop around Memorial, because Memorial Trail Ice House is right next to the park and everything. It's a newer bar, and it's right down the road from my place now. And we go pretty often. It's a fun spot. They also have the Kung Fu one, and that's on Washington. I think that's Wednesday evenings. So
every day of the week you could go somewhere.
Yeah. And it's nice because especially, in the evenings, I try to get my workouts in the morning, but then it's nice to be able to go, and it's like, oh, I can just do, another easy 3 miles or whatever. And, bring my dog sometimes to Memorial Trail at least. So yeah, it's fun.
You are in the Houston Running Zone. We've got the runs.
So your return to Boston coming up here, I guess, 2.5 weeks, I guess, was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's been 7 years since you've actually ran on that course.
Yeah. I ran it in 2014. Actually, the first time I ran it was the year after the bombings. And it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life, I would say. It was just, I mean, the crowd, the spectators alone blew me away. I think my parents went to watch me run the race and they said they were at 2 or 3 different spots on the course. I didn't even see them one time. It was like a people tunnel. I mean, they estimated that year, like 3 million people along the course. It was insane. Yeah. And it was just such an awesome, afterwards, it's like every place you went, every bar, every restaurant, people are like cheering when you walk in, like, you have your medal on, and it was awesome. So I'm excited to go back. My goal is just to run faster than I ran the first time, and try not to totally die after the heartbreak hill. That's it's hard to get
getting into it. Like it's really, it's a difficult time to get into it. So do you run it as I'm going to run it fast and go for a PR? Do you go run it as like, hey, I'm going to have fun, have a victory lap, or just as a day of decision? How do you do that? What do you do?
So with Boston, the first half of the course is actually a slight downhill. It's easy. Not like downhill, but it is kind of a decline.
For us, yeah.
Everything's a decline. It's so it's easy to kind of get really excited out the gate, and you're feeling fast. You've got all the adrenaline. Everyone's all around you, and then there's like kind of a flurry of hills around mile 17, 18. And they call them the Newton Hills. That's the area that they're in. And then there are these kind of, they're tough hills, but they're not really much compared to the Heartbreak Hill, which is mile 21, mile 20, mile 21. And so my whole goal is to just still be strong after that hill, because last time I ran it, I was feeling pretty strong. I was pretty consistent with my splits, got to the top of that hill. There's this big archway. Everyone's like, you made it. You get all excited. You're like, yeah, I made it. And you're like, oh crap, I still have 5 miles left, and like, I just totally turned to jello. I think, that totally ruined my time. That last 5 miles, I felt like I just wasn't moving because my legs were just like, I don't know. It's like kind of a decline again. So then you're just in this weird, like wobbly state. Like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. But yeah, so definitely just trying to reflect on my last experience, and just try and power through the hills with some gas left in the tank to get to the end. So,
well, have you done any races since 2020 or any race at all? Or are you just doing workouts and things?
Since what?
Yeah,
since
just any race. Yeah.
I haven't really.
Oh, wow.
And I'm really like, I don't know. I'm not much of a race person. I like to do, my thing is like, I like to sign up for like one marathon every year. That's my thing. So this will be my 8th marathon that I've run. And I really like to just have that one marathon and then run with a group, get my long runs in, like run for fun. But I'm not big on the like casual, 5Ks, 10Ks, those kinds of races. And, every once in a while, if there's like a charity that I want to support, or if there's somebody running one that wants me to run with them, I'll do it. But I'm not like out seeking races usually, which is a little bit different than I would say a lot of other people. I just like, I don't know. I like being really diligent in my training for like one big event and not really messing with much else. So
no, that's great. It's more of if you hadn't raced in a couple of years and the first one's going to be Boston, all that excitement and everybody.
Yeah.
Do you listen to the Alley on the Rud podcast?
No. Mm-mm.
I think it must've been 2 weeks ago, but they had Dave, the race director, on it. And he was talking about the logistics, which you probably already know. You probably got the email.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Everything else that he does, he's an amazing person. Never got to meet him at any of the conferences or anything else like that. But yeah, it's going to be like a rolling start, and just everything that he's done for the community is just amazing. I'll tag that on here and also send you a message. That is like one podcast I was blown away by, and
awesome.
I listen to a lot. So
yeah, I'm always interested in kind of race logistics. I love reading those like stats with how many volunteers it takes, and like how many, how much water gets handed out and how much fuel and all that stuff. I'm just like, man, it is quite. It is quite a production for sure. Yeah.
So what do you do for the Houston Marathon? Are you going to come out and volunteer? Or are you kind of...
So actually, my boyfriend and I are doing the half marathon. at the end
Excellent.
of October. Yeah. Yeah. So, and it'll be his first half marathon. And we've been doing the long runs with the Striders on the weekends. So he's already gotten up to like 10, 11 miles. I think he's feeling pretty good about it. And for me, it'll be 3 weeks after the Boston. So I'll just be kind of chilling, hoping that I'm, good to go for that. But yeah. And I've actually run the Houston Marathon. I ran it a few years ago too. And that was a good course. I really liked it. Super flat, really cold. It was cold that morning.
Oh yeah. Which year did you run it?
2018.
Okay.
It was like 28 degrees at the start.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I grew up in Florida. I'm from the heat. I saw snow for the first time like a few months ago. So that was kind of like, I was like, oh my God, my chest frozen. Like, what is going on? And then I remember I was like all layered up, but it was just stuff that I planned to ditch. And I ran, I was running. I had like one bead of like sweat on my forehead. I was like, all right, I'm warm. I like ditched all my layers. And then like, for some reason we didn't start for like 5 more minutes and I just got like freezing again. I was like, well, that was stupid, and then like from the moment it started, I was just like free, like my shoulders were at my ears and like, I was just like this frigid, I don't know. Definitely a couple videos of me for my friends out there that I'm just like, what? Like, I was like so robotic because I just never got warm that entire race. But yeah, it was fun.
They put on a great race. Yeah. It's amazing. And the Striders do for the one in October as well. I've done that a couple of times.
I know. I'm excited for that. I did sign up for that race a few years ago too, and it got rained out that year.
Yeah, you could sign up next year for like $25. It's like, done. It was great.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And that's what happened with this half marathon too. We had signed up for it and it got deferred. Which is why I'm doing the half marathon, 3 weeks after the full marathon, because these are all races that I was supposed to do 2 years ago. So here we are. But
well, are you going to run slower and run with your boyfriend, or are you just going to ditch him?
I don't know. I'm trying to decide because I know he would really like and I'm really projecting him to be like a sub 2 hour. He doesn't think so, but I'm like, you are fast. You're not. He's going to be fine. He's going to be great. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. I'm going to play it by ear that morning, but that's another great thing. Like with the Striders, I think, over the course of these weeks, we've been doing these long runs. He's made friends in his, running pace group. And so he's got a bunch of people that are going to be running the race that morning. So now he's getting pumped. He's like, oh yeah, we're all going to be there together, and that's it's kind of a motivation that you don't get when you train alone, so it's going to be exciting. I think it'll be great. I keep telling him, race day adrenaline. It's like, you don't understand until you do it. Like, it's like, you're going to be faster on race day because you've been eating your carbs, you've been resting, ideally hydrating. Then you get there and you're just like, oh my gosh, so fun, so much people. And then, you go faster.
Well, maybe you could sign up to be the 2 hour pacer and then he has to.
Oh man, that is a good idea.
I used to love pacing. It was so much fun because you could go slower. Yeah. And you could talk to people or, get them to talk. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
I've never thought to try to do that. I feel like it's a blast. Really hard.
No, what your half is what, like 140 or something like that?
My fastest half was like a 133.
Good gosh. Okay. Yeah, you could pace too.
That was long ago. I haven't run a half in a while, but I was always I was right at that like 7-minute mile, couldn't really I was always trying to get like a sub 7-minute mile, but things always happen.
I used to recruit a lot of pacers for the Galveston Marathon. So just add 20 minutes and you could easily do it because you don't have to think about it. It's, adding 1.5 minutes per mile. And it's a fun. So think about it. I know their Striders are always looking for pacers and you're in the Striders.
That's a great idea.
Cool. Well, yeah, I appreciate all your time. And I definitely want everyone to if they have a running club, and I'll talk to a couple of my running clubs, of course,
Yeah.
Bay Area Running Club, if you want to come out, enjoy some social beers without having to worry about functioning as an adult later. And I'll tag your Instagram, which is athletic.syl. So short for Sylvia. Do people call you Syl?
Oh, yeah, people call me Syl. That's kind of my nickname. But yeah, I definitely, and I just love meeting, again, other people in the running community. I do just love to run. And I think it is definitely a niched out group. I've definitely talked to people who are like, you're crazy, and then when you talk to other people that really like to run and you're like, okay, these are my people. I get it. They get it. But,
yeah. I miss being the social director. And honestly, I'd much rather do this in person, but I'm the only driver right now. My wife just collarbone surgery. So I'm the single driver picking up the daughter right now. No, she's fine. Wow. It's all good. It's just like, I'd much rather be there in person, be all around all the runners.
Yeah, it is weird. I actually, this is kind of off topic, but I did about a year ago, I took on I'm fully remote now with work. Excellent. And it's like, it is weird just not having that in person kind of, on the day to day. It is great to have like these social runs after work and everything, because I do feel sometimes like, okay, I'm fully remote for work. I'm on Zoom all day, yep. Always at my computer. So it's nice to like be able to get out and have that social time after the work is done.
Maybe that's why I did it, because I've been working home for a while. So I'd always want to go out for a run or a social run. That's a good point. I know.
Yeah. But I mean, if you think about it, like when you're getting home from somewhere, you've been out all day for work, you gotta sit in traffic and you drive home. By the time you get home, sometimes you're just like, wow, I don't want to go anywhere. But I mean, that's like, it's been great. Just again, with training, I've felt like I can, it's easier for me to plan my meals and to plan my rest and to just kind of get my whole system going, like as far as my fueling and hydration and, getting ready for a workout. Like it's so much easier to do at home too. So that's another thing where I'm like excited for this, like to just see, I don't know, what the implications of this round of training are like on my race day. So
you'll find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, well, I got 3 more questions for you. Call it the lightning round. Are you ready?
Sure.
You're competitive. You're ready.
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Yeah. Where's your favorite place to run in Houston?
In Houston. Okay. I do love, Memorial Park, that's close for me. I do love running there. But I would say I really like Herman Park, that Herman Park loop. I think I like that the best. And maybe it's because I don't get to run around there as often, but all the neighborhoods right around Herman Park are just really nice too. So I would say that's probably my favorite area to run in.
Oh, terrific. All right. Question number 2. What's your favorite culinary guilty pleasure?
Oh my gosh. Like ice cream, like nice. Cake and ice cream, maybe like ice cream cake and probably like with cookies. I don't know. I'm like a big dessert fiend. And I also probably like funfetti, like vanilla and more vanilla and like birthday cake and icing. Just, all that.
Yeah. I think ice cream, it definitely needs a textured ice cream or a texture element to ice cream. We're going on to ice cream after I pick up my daughter. So I'm getting.
Oh my gosh. Well, so have you been to Cloud 10?
No, not yet.
That's the best. You should go there for your ice cream.
I'm typing it in. We're going to tag them.
Okay. Awesome.
Where's it at?
You should. There's a few locations. There's one in like, in the Heights, in like the Heights Mercantile. And then I think there's one in like the Montrose area too. But yeah, all their ice cream is like small batch. Everything's like local, seasonal, really great stuff.
Nice. It's the only way to go. If you're gonna have the calories, quality calories.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I'm like, I'm going all in. I'm getting my
All right. And question number 3, if you could run with any celebrity, who would it be?
Ooh, celebrity. Oh man.
They don't even have to be a runner. You can make them run.
Okay. Wow. That's a good one. Oh man, I'm like really under pressure right now. I love it. I know. Because now I'm like, okay, well, there are people I feel like I'd want to run with, and then also people I'd want to like have a conversation with. Yeah,
there you go. Conversation while running because they can't run away from you.
Okay, so this is kind of So I have the Nike running watch. And I always do my runs with the Nike running app. And so Kevin Hart's on there. I feel like running with Kevin Hart would be so fun. So I always like log my runs with the Nike app, and then like I hit end workout, and then Kevin Hart's like, "What up? You crushed it." He's like all like Mr. Hype Man in my ear. And I'm like, man, if I could just like do a marathon with him by my side, like I'd crush it, Cause he's like, yeah, get that workout in.
Yeah. When he travels, I think he runs before.
Yeah. He runs marathons. He did New York City a few years ago. Yeah, he'd be super fun.
But even like after his shows or the day before, it's something like that, he runs like at every city he's at. It's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna stalk him.
Yeah. I know. Maybe I can put my plug in. Like, Kevin Hart, come run Boston with me.
There you go. Get a photo with the Athletic beer. Yeah, get some good credit for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, true. Well, thanks again, Sil. Appreciate all your time, and of course, look forward to seeing you at the race. I'll probably be at the Houston half, so maybe over there with the other 2,000 people.
Yeah. Are you going to be like at a tent or anything, or just?
I'm probably going to run it. Yeah,
awesome.
I like that event. It's a great after party. I'm all about the after party. There's massages, there's tacos, there's pancakes.
Okay, that's what I keep saying too. Again, my boyfriend, he's all like, "Gosh, you make me run the 13 mile." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's an after party, and we can, go eat some extravagant brunch somewhere afterwards. Like, it'll be the best day ever. I promise."
There you go.
Well, awesome. Yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing you there, and hopefully we'll connect before then too.
All right, awesome. Sounds good, and good luck in Boston.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for visiting the Houston Running Zone. If you know someone you'd like to be featured in the zone, go to thehoustonrunningzone.com and send us a message. Until next week, always remember, Houston, we've got the runs.